Edo is not Lagos became a slogan in the last Edo governorship election held September 19, 2020, even though we moved from Edo into Lagos in droves daily in search of better life. Definitely, Edo can't be Lagos, even if both states share historic similarities. But should Edo work hard enough on its infrastructure, maybe someday it might be like Lagos. But my question today is Badagry Lagos? It took me a journey from Lagos to Badagry and subsequently from Badagry through Agbara Industrial Layout to Ota via Igbesa, both in Ogun State, to realize that Badagry is no longer Lagos or Nigeria. In fact, the deplorable state of the roads in Aba and many other parts of the country are child's play compared to the state of the Okokomaiko to Badagry Road. A pregnant woman will surely have a miscarriage if she dare travels on that road. And no matter how good your car is, it can't last 3 trips on that road, I bet you. Mind you, the first-story building in Nigeria was built in Badagry in the year 1845 as a mission house for slave masters with a holding place for slaves also. The town ordinarily is a historic one with a federal French college and also used to boast many tourists, usually who were eager to reconnect with the slave trade history, from the slave parts, the chains, to the point of no return, and then the relics of that inhuman torture and journey called slave trade. One really needs to see these things to understand what Africans went through in the hands of slave masters. But more than 100 years later, the slave master has gone though, but our leaders have worn their cloaks and are still torturing us with the darts of public infrastructures, inhumanity, and public stealing. Apart from the historic slave museum in Badagry, the town is also the gateway into Nigeria from the West African sub-region. While the Benin Republic side of the road is motorable with proper security arrangement in place, ours is hell on earth with several checkpoints harassing motorists for contraband goods and the usual gunje. Pull over, park, what do you carry? Oga, your boys are here. Today, tourists have deserted Badagry sites as a journey on the 60-kilometer Okokomaiko to Badagry road is like the biblical camel passing through the eye of a needle. A same usually lasts for between 5 to 6 hours. What will it ordinarily take to fix this road within a year, if I may ask? Who calls us like this? Even the indigenes and residents of that area have cried their voice hoarse, calling on government to fulfill their promises to them, even though they pay taxes. Lagos State government is said to be responsible for the Gomo-Okokomaiko section of the highway and awarded a contract for the rehabilitation of the road in 2008. That's about 12 years from now. While the federal government is handling the Okokomaiko, Agbara, and Badagry axis of the road at a cost of 63.023 billion naira awarded in 2019. Yet, both the contractors are nowhere to be found apart from their signpost on that road. Or maybe they have forgotten that Badagry is still Lagos or Nigeria. And yet the same federal government just approved the sum of $1.9 billion for the construction of a railway line that will link Kano, Dutse, Katsina to Jibia in Nigeria to Maradi in the Niger Republic. And the government quarrel when people complain. Babatunde Hompe is the member representing Badagry Federal Constituency at the Federal House of Representatives, while Senator Solomon O. Adeola is the senator representing Lagos West Senatorial District. One wonder what type of representation they are giving at the National Assembly when the busiest road in their constituency is not motorable. And also, what is the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu doing to alleviate the suffering of not just the Lagos State government workers that have been posted to work in Badagry, but the teeming population living in that area? Abi Badagry, not be Lagos, I ask again. I will therefore advocate that the Lagos State government should not wait until there is a governor who's an indigene of Badagry to fix the road in Badagry. Just like Ekpe had to wait for somebody who's an indigene of Ekpe to fix the roads in Ekpe. Lagos also should understand that the more infrastructures they build in this area, the more they are able to decongest the housing need in Lekki and Ajah, and then the city center. And then people will move to these areas. The federal government should understand that they intentionally create division and segregation amongst the masses in the country when they fast-track road and rail projects in the northern part while abandoning the ones in the south. and that no matter how many times they amend the Company and Allied Matters Act for the ease of doing business and then beautify Abuja, if the gateway to the southern part of the country from the West African sub-region is not motorable, the country will always be seen by global businessmen as unconducive for doing business. Historic sites are a source of wealth in most countries. So let's utilize ours. Wake up, Nigeria. Wake up.